Hi, welcome to my yoga stretch fusion standing. We're going to use a chair, by the way, today. That's why I have this here. I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness, and I decided to not clean up the mess. This is what happens when my kids come down here and play. They enjoy all my little toys. So I'm just going to leave it today. So please, chair that's something that doesn't have wheels that you can keep put. Definitely have something to drink if needed for breaks. Listen to your body. And then, of course, the number one thing, don't forget, of course, is to subscribe. There should be the subscribe button right down below there, and you'll have a chance at the end. It is free, so you get notifications for all my workouts. So like I said, this is standing. We are not going to be getting down on the floor. It is a fusion of yoga, ballet, Tai Chi, dynamic stretching, Pilates, a little bit of everything depending on the session, the best of the best. So let's start with your feet hip width apart. Toes are spread and straight forward along with your knees. Nice and tall through your spine as you open up your palms, and then eyes gently closed. Find your center from your hips. So do you need to tuck your tailbone under? Do you need to bring your tailbone out? But I want you to find that center where your hip bones are straight up. Extending through the top of your head as your shoulders drop down towards your back pockets. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring focus to your body and mind as we just let everything else go. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands together into Namaste, centering with your chest, palms gently pressing together. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale, reach for the sky, and exhale, release. Reverse the arms. Inhale up, reach for the sky, and exhale, release. We're going to turn. I have the chair to the sideways. Obviously, you can put the chair wherever you want, but I have sideways so that you can see. You're going to place your hands on the back of the chair. You're going to walk your feet back underneath your hips, though, and then knees are bent. We're going to go through a cat-cow. So tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin under, pressing your spine to the sky. Okay, now keep your knees nice and bent. You're going to move into the cow. So inhale, tailbone out, chin is out. All right, back and forth. Now, if you'd like, you can put your hands on your thighs and do the same thing, but just make sure those knees are still bent. Go ahead and work back and forth. Exhale into a cat, pressing your spine to the sky. Chin is tucked, tailbone tucked. And then into cow, tailbone out, chin is out. If you have your hands on your chair, relax the elbows as another option too. Moving through the spine, feel the legs working as they're stabilizing. But it's your spine that I want you to warm up. Inhale and exhale. Do that one more time. Center. Actually, let's go into cow. And then we're going to finish into cat, and then curl yourself all the way up, and then walk yourself forward again if you're on the chair. Turning to the side, feet are right behind the chair. And if you have the chair, hopefully it's about hip width or a little bit higher. And you can use a countertop or a coffee table for some of these exercises too, depending on what we're doing. So start with your hands on the chair. You're going to plant your inside foot, and then your outside foot's coming up off the floor. I want you to come up and out of the inside hip. It's very easy to just kind of sit into that hip. So come up and out of that. And there you go. Bring your leg out to the side. Just your big toe touching. The top of your foot and your knee are facing me. All right. And then your other arm can come out for balance. Pull your abdominals in and up towards your rib cage. And then you're going to lift out and in. Good. We're going to add the arms in into a second, but right now we're just finding that stabilization, nice and tall. Stay up and out of this inside hip. Feel the core and your leg working. You feel it all the way down the side. All right, arms coming out, and then, sorry, opposite. Stretch and meet. Stretch and meet. Up and over, and then meet with your foot. So we're stretching and then working. Now you should be feeling those obliques working a little bit more. And if you want to, you could even go into a bent knee and elbow. You can transition into that now if you'd like. Keep breathing. Okay, back to straight leg. Stretch. Stretch. One thing with dancers is the long, lean look because they're constantly stretching and working. One more. And release. Shake out that. Good. Cross your outside leg over. And just going to let the hip kind of shift off to the side. We're not putting any weight onto the chair itself. And just feel that in the outer. And then your arm's going to come up and over. Stretch up and over. Both feet are planted on the floor, pressing your hip. So if you're mirroring me, it's your left hip. Up and over. Good. Bring your hands slightly forward. Now reach away and feel that through the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to swoop down, drop your head towards the floor, drop your hands towards the floor. Sweeping out to the left. Coming up. Leaning back. I'm going to turn so you can see. Leaning back, chest is lifted. Right back to the right. Up and over. Dropping down. Keep your feet planted. Up and over to the left. Use that chair for balance, especially with your feet crossed. Open up, leaning back. And release. Shake it out. Let's switch sides. We're going to be switching it out just so you don't feel like we're overdoing it with one hip to the other. Okay. So inside foot planted. Outside foot to the side. Make sure I don't hit anything. Make sure the top of your foot and your knee are facing forward. Arm out in front to start with. Up and out of this hip. All right, lifting up. Did you engage your core yet? Pull your abdominals in and up towards your rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Okay, if you're ready to go to the next step, it's stretch and lift. Stretch and lift. Make sure we're stretching down the body and then lift. Are we staying up and out of this hip too? And keeping our core in check? A lot to remember. and to breathe too. All right, add the knee and elbow. Feel that through the obliques more. Inhale and exhale. All right, back to straight leg. Woo. Feel that leg working. Feel those obliques working. One more. Stretch up and over. Release. Shake it out. Okay, cross your foot over. Plant your foot back down. So make sure both feet are planted. And then you're going to reach up and over again. Pushing that hip out. Try not to put your weight into this chair. Okay, I don't want you falling. So your hands are just resting on the chair. Hip is pushing out. Reaching up and over, lifting the rib cage. All right, you're going to bring your right arm forward a little bit more and over. Okay, start to drop down. Keep your legs straight. Drop your head in your hand. Sweep around to the right. Moving back. Chest is lifted. Open up to the front. Okay, over to the left again. Dropping down. Sweeping forward and down. Head up and over to the right. And back. Let's do that one more time. Up and over. Down. Over to the side. And back. And release. And shake it out. Good. Okay. Downward dog. You can have the back of the chair or the front of the chair, whatever works for you. I'm just going to stay with the back. Hands on the chair. Walk your feet back. Make sure you don't have anything around you. Toes are forward towards the chair. Shift your hips back as you press your chest down. This should feel really good in the shoulders and the back. Make sure you're not pulling the chair back. It's staying center. You're in this downward dog. This is a good one if you wanted to use like a coffee table, or even just come down to the floor even. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, keep your feet planted. So heels stay on the floor. Bend one knee and straighten the other. And you're just going to shift from one leg to the next. Bending one knee, straighten the other. Keeping your heel down. Heels do not come up off the floor. So make sure the pressure in the heel is still there. Okay, go ahead and bend your right knee. Heels stay down. Left leg is straight. When you're bending that right knee, I want you to let the right hip drop with it. Feel the left leg stretch even further. Inhale. And feel that right through the back side. Exhale. Go ahead and switch legs. Bend your left knee. Right leg is straight. You can let your left hip drop a little bit too, and you can really feel that into the right hip and hamstrings. Good. Now straighten your leg. Both legs are straight. Rock your hips side to side as you feel that move through the hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Center. Curl yourself up. Walk your feet forward into a standing position. And release. Okay, we're going to bring the chair back to the starting point. That way we start back with that other leg. Hand on the chair, inside foot is planted, nice and tall. We're going to work the outside leg forward and back this time. So go ahead and just swing it out forward and back. I'm going to turn so you can see what it looks like, just nice and loosey-goosey. And then we'll change it up in a minute. We're up and out of the inside hip. Core is engaged, abs pulled in and up towards the rib cage. I'll keep you nice and tall. And then the hands are just off to the side. Point the toes when you get to the top and the back. So flat, flex when you come to the floor so you don't hit the floor. But it's also creating movement in the foot too, and coordination. All right, to the front, toe, tip. Shake out my foot for a second, sorry. Okay, toe and knee are facing, excuse me, top of the foot and your knee are facing me. We're gonna lift up and down, up and down. This is where the core is important to be engaged, back and abs, because you wanna keep your body stable, working just through the leg. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, come on. 2, and down. Okay, now to the back. I'm going to turn so you can see and push up and down. The bottom of your foot is facing the sky. Your heel is straight back, so we're not rotating in the hip, which might be hard to see with my leggings, but the hips are still facing forward. Core engaged. Squeeze the tush and the hamstrings. Let's do 4 more. 4. Okay, listen the other leg. 3, 2, and release. Whew. Shake it out. Okay, we're gonna switch legs right away, and then we'll stretch in a minute. Okay, inside foot is stable and planted. Start with your loosey-goosey, swinging it out, nice and tall. This is the time to really find your center and engage the core. So when we start doing more of the strength post of the balance, you're a little bit more in check. Your muscles are like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm already there. All right, front. So the top of the foot is, and the knee is facing me. You're going to lift up and down, up and down. I'm going to turn so you can see what it looks like. Keep going. Couple more. Let's do 1 more. And down. All right, to the back, toe behind. Make sure, see, I almost started to turn it out. If you could see right here, my heel was turning in. I want you to have your heel straight back and lift up. This is what it looks like from the side. Heel straight back. So your hips are straight forward, not turned out. Squeeze the tush and hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. Come on. 3, 2, and release. Whew. Okay, bring your chair back to the other side. And then I want you to turn it so that I'm going to be angled just so that it's a little different, but you can adjust the chair accordingly depending on the type of chair you have. But you're going to take your left leg. So chair's on the right, left leg is what's going onto the chair. And then if you need that balance, that's where the support, you can hold onto the chair if needed. Okay, so knee is slightly bent. What I want you to do is you're going to be rotating through the hip joint. Foot is flexed. And if you need to, hold on to the chair. You might want to shift your whole body forward so that you can hold on to that chair easier. Rotating through the hip joint, the toes and knees are following, and your foot is flexed. Really feel that right through here. Okay, let's bend your right knee and then go a little further and then lean into it. So this would be a good time to use the chair now, because now you're hinging forward and going deeper into that stretch. And we're actively stretching. So as you move through it, hopefully you'll relax more and stretch. Okay, now you're going to rotate the hip out. So toes and knees are out. Let the hip drop now. Go deeper into that like plie with your right knee, right leg. Okay, now we're going to rotate the hip in and now stick the booty and hip up and out. Inhale, exhale. Switch it out, rotate it out, let the hip drop, go deeper into that plie. This knee is slightly bent. All right, rotate in, up and out with the hip. Good. Let's do that one more time each. Out, make sure this knee is slightly bent. Plie, go deep into that and let the hip drop. Keep your breathing going. Let's do that one more time. In, this is our last one. Rotate in, knee and toes. Rotate in, and then lift the hip up. Stick the booty out. Release, shake it out. Okay, let's switch sides. You don't always have to move the chair to the other side. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. It's just for me, for visual, for you. Since I'm always facing you guys. All right, angle the chair. Make sure it's your right leg on the chair. And then rotate in and out. And it's all through the hip. The foot is flexed. Inhale and exhale. Knees slightly bent. Working through the hip joint. Okay, go ahead and plie and lean forward. This will be a time to hold onto the chair if needed. Make sure your bottom foot, your heel is on the floor. If you're really tight in the hamstrings or any of the muscles, actually, sometimes the heels want to pop up. All right. Let's turn the hip in and stick the hip up and out. Keep your left knee bent, but you're sticking this hip up. Feel that down through here. All right, rotate out. Knee and toes are out. Go deeper into that plie if you can as you let the hip drop. Let the hip drop. Okay, rotate in and stick the booty up and out. That's where I feel it is right through here. And open. Let the hip drop. Go deeper into that plie if you can. This one, you're going to even feel it right into the back, depending on how tight you are. Okay, rotate in. Stick the hip up and out. So you're pressing the hip up. It's not just lifting it, but pressing it. And your toes and knees are in because your hip is rotated in. And then lower down. Deep into that plie. Opening the hip. Let the hip drop. And release. Shake it out. Good job. Okay, just let your chair stay right there. Facing forward, toes and knees are forward. We're just going to go into a forward bend. You're going to drop down. So tuck your chin first,
And then just curl yourself vertebra by vertebra, dropping to the floor. Legs are straight, but knees are unlocked. And you're just in this forward bend. This is a great thing to do throughout the day, just kind of reversing gravity. And just hang there and inhale and exhale. Heels pushing into the floor, tailbone to the sky. Chin is tucked. Let your shoulders and your head hang down. Feel that through the whole back side of the body, into the shoulders, neck, down into the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and swing your arms side to side like an elephant's trunk. Just let them sway side to side. Feel that stretch move through the back. Chin still tucked. All right, start to curl up as you keep swinging. So keep your swinging going, gentle swinging like an elephant's trunk as you curl up vertebra by vertebra. Keep your chin tucked still. That's the last thing to come out.
Good. And then lifting up to the sky, chin is lifted up, chest is lifted up. Inhale. Exhale, release. All right, deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great time. There's a picture of me to subscribe. Don't forget to do that. It's free. You get notifications of all my workouts. And then I'm going to do a floor version of my yoga stretch fusion. So great day and come back soon. Bye.